goes back to what I said before about guns in America. I think it's such a longer conversation, but we're the only ones who keep dealing with the same story, the same conversation every single time it happens, and it just continues to happen.
We are just learning from law enforcement that multiple people were killed after a gunman opened fire inside the business school at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
The ability to get a gun, the ability to, to do these things over and over and over, and there's been no change is literally ridiculous.
Another mass shooting. You know, they're happening so often in this country, we can all barely keep up, and that is so not good. Yesterday, we told you 6 dead in Texas. Today, it's 3 people gunned down at the University of Nevada in Las Vegas.
It makes no sense that we continue to lose innocent lives, and, on campuses, on schools, at shopping markets, and, movie theaters and all type of stuff. It's ridiculous.
This terrifying scene playing out here at UNLV a week before final exams were supposed to happen. Many students received alerts on their cell phones telling them to run, hide, or fight. Some barricaded themselves inside their classrooms as a lone gunman carried out his killing spree.
I can tell you today, 3 of the victims are confirmed deceased. There is a 4th victim who suffered a gunshot wound and is now currently in Sunrise Hospital, upgraded to stable condition. In addition to that, there were 4 additional people who were transported from the scene to nearby hospitals suffering from panic attacks.
It's ridiculous, and the fact that we haven't changed anything, it's actually been a lot easier to actually be able to own a firearm. It's stupid.
According to police, the shooter began on the 4th floor of Beam Hall, home to the business school. Assistant Professor Truman Raleigh's office is on that 4th floor.
I saw one of my colleagues jump from her desk and shut the door and take cover.
Another day, another mass shooting in the United States of America.
These images are all too familiar. The students evacuating with their hands up, just terrified. The Gun Violence Archive says we are up to more than 630 mass shootings this year. And listen to this. That is a new record.
It's common sense at this point. We know what needs to be done. It's also obvious what the problem is. The gun lobby, the stranglehold they have on politicians to do their dirty work, and the underlying theme of it all, something that we have talked about for years. With the founding of this network, getting money out of politics. But no one wants to address it, of course. Not those in government, because they benefit from it. The future Hall of Famer was speaking out while in Vegas for the NBA's first ever in-season tournament, which has been roundly applauded by most. T-Mobile Arena, where the Las Vegas Golden Knights play, is set to play host. After the killing on UNLV's campus, the Runnin' Rebs basketball game against Dayton, that was canceled via ESPN. Wednesday's attack at about 11:45 a.m. Pacific time, which took place only a few miles from the Strip and the site of the 2017 massacre that killed 60 country music fans and wounded hundreds more, sent police swarming onto the campus while students and professors barricaded themselves inside classrooms and dorm rooms. In terms of the strictest gun laws in the country, Nevada ranks 17th per Wise Voter, with a gun death rate of 17 per 100,000. According to the AP. The gunman, who we are not naming, was a professor who had unsuccessfully sought a job at the school. That's via law enforcement. He previously worked at East Carolina University in North Carolina, said the official, who spoke on the condition of anonymity because they weren't authorized to release the info publicly. From the Hill, this is important. The shooting occurred on the same day Senate Republicans blocked Democrats' move to pass an assault weapons ban and universal background checks legislation. The effort came after the U.S. broke its record for the most mass shootings in 1 year over the weekend. Here's what I'll say. We have seen some of the good that LeBron James has done in past years, getting people registered to vote, raising awareness, using his platform, all very good. We have also seen certain places where he has floundered in recent memory. However, I think what's very important is, and it's always important to speak out, but if you are someone like a LeBron James, where I believe he would be putting his money where his mouth is, is starting nonprofits to address these issues. At this point, we all can say what the problem is, but if he were to try and launch an initiative to unseat some of these heavily pro-gun Republicans and put forth the right candidates to do so and create seismic change in the country, that could potentially lead to something. He has the resources. He is a billionaire. He can do almost whatever he likes to address this issue. And I'm telling you, like, I understand where he's coming from. That we all know that this is a huge problem. And when it comes to well-developed nations, we shouldn't have these problems. Our infrastructure should not be as porous as it is. Our school systems should not be as porous as it is. Our food should not be as porous as it is. We're all stating the obvious, okay? What I think is vital is putting your money where your mouth is. I would love to see him do that. Hell, I will help him. I'll do it. Because if we're so sick of seeing this, those who can seriously make seismic change need to do their part at this time. Because I'm sick of seeing this over and over again. These terrible images that are never ending. When will it stop? When we unseat these bastards and put in people who care, actually do care, and are actually pro-life, and they don't just claim to be it.